Hello, everyone. After the classes that we just had this week, a few of you asked for a live recording of going through the inventory valuation exercise. So this is that. As you saw in the lecture, there was 3 different types of inventory valuation that we were looking at: FIFO, weighted average, and actual purchase price. Now I have done a little bit of formatting to make this easier, and I'm just going to show you exactly what I did so you can do the same. So when it comes to the FIFO, most charts just look exactly like this. So what you're going to do here is click on these. So you're going to highlight all of these cells right here. And what I would like you to do is just to hit this merge and center button. So right now they're all merged. When you unclick it, it will show you 2 different columns. So that's going to be a little bit more useful for you as we go through the FIFO method. So let's start. So you are given 5 different dates of which you have to complete these inventory valuation exercises. And basically what we're going to do now is go through each one and show you how it's done. So the very first one is March 1st, where we buy 96 units at a cost of $35. So this is our opening inventory balance. So we say 96 times 35. And what I want you to do is just the quick formula of 96 times 35, giving us an inventory value of 3,360. The next is that we have 144 units purchased at a cost of 32. So the quantity is 144, the amount is 32, the unit cost is 32, and this gives us a total valuation of 4,608 for that purchase. You will always be completing your balance sheet or your balance columns. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put our new balance. So we have, because this is FIFO, we have to keep all of the units and their specific prices that we paid for separate until we sell them. So 96 at 35, as well as 144 at $32. So this is showing us the total. Now for the value, you can individually multiply these together and add them, or easier, you can add up the last balance plus the new purchase, and this will give you what you have. So the formula is beginning inventory plus purchases equals ending inventory. Next is our first sale. So now we are going to sell 108 units sold at blank, which means that we don't know what we're going to sell it at. We have to look at what kind of method that we're using. So for this one, we're using FIFO, so we sell 108 units. So first in, first out, which means the very first was our 96 at $35. So we don't have 108. But we have 96, so we'll sell those first. And then we have to make sure we sell 108 total. So that is 12 more remaining. So I'll sell 12 of the 144 at $32. And then again, I will do the quick formula here just to show what those values will be. And what we have left is all those 96 are now gone. And now we are just left with 144 minus 12. So 132, all of these at that $32 price, and our new valuation is multiplying those. Next one, on the 24th, we purchased 60 units, and we purchased these for a cost of $38. So what we're going to do is just, again, do our formula and our new balance, 132 that we still have at $32, plus the new 60 that we purchased at $38. And this equals our ending inventory, beginning inventory plus new purchases, ending inventory. And then finally on March 29th, we sell 120. So luckily we have 132 that we bought at $32, so we don't need to split those up at all. So what we're just going to do is sell just 132 of them, or 120 of them, at $32. And what we have left is the 132 minus 120. So 12 of those at $32, and we still have those 60 at 38. So at beginning inventory minus any sales, ending inventory. So that is FIFO in a nutshell. Hopefully at this point you have now realized how this seems a little bit convoluted, quite difficult, a lot of steps. And now we have only really been dealing with a couple purchases. If we had 20 or 30 different purchases within that month, it would become even more difficult and harder to track. As you can probably see why we don't use FIFO as an inventory valuation very often. The next one is weighted average. So weighted average, I'll do the first balance as always. There you go. First purchase is $144, $32 each, $4,608 is the value. So nothing has changed there. This is where the change is going to be. We keep an average weighted cost. So what you're going to do is add up how many units that you have. So we have 96 plus the 144, gives us 240. Add up the valuation of those purchases, 7,968, and then take the total value divided by the total amount of units. We spent $33.20 each on average for all of those bottles of wine. So when our next idea is to sell it, so we're going to sell 108, we can just say, okay, I'm selling 108, and I will sell it at that $33.20. And I'll know that I had 240, I sold 108, and that leaves me with 132 left at $33.20. And you can do this two ways. You can multiply those together to give you that number, or you can do the beginning inventory minus the sales, same number. Our next purchase is 60 at $38. So 60 at $38. And we're going to find the value of that inventory purchase. And then now what we're going to do is add all of them up. So 192. Add up the value. So as for finding weighted average, we know we have $6,620.40 worth of wine in 192 units. So do our division. Now our average has gone up to $34.7 per bottle because we just bought these more expensive ones. So then when we sell our next group of 120, it'll be $34.70 each. And then again, do your math. And you will complete by seeing how many you have left at $34.70. And there you go. So that's a very quick way of going through and finding out how weighted average works. And you can see that there's a little bit of a difference here. One's $2,664, one's $24.98. What is that? About $150 difference. And the next one is the latest purchase price. So this will be the last one. And this will also be the latest price is what you will charge the customer or what you will value any of the sales at. So the first one is 96. We buy it at 35 and it's 33.60. That was our opening balance. Our first purchase is 144 at $32 each, and that's $4,608. Now here, this is where it changes a little. Because it's latest purchase price, I am assuming that everything is worth $32 because that is the last purchase price of those units. So I have 240 units, wrong cell, 240 units, multiplied by $32, 7,680. So me using that, we actually lost $3 per bottle of value. As you can see here, they're worth almost $8,000 when I used weighted average. Now they're worth not even quite 77. So we lost over $200 worth of value there. Next one is a selling. So when we sell these, we're going to sell them at 32 because that's still the latest purchase price that we have. And again, I'll do that math. And when we had 240, we now have 132 at $32. Same thing. 4,224, 4,382. You can see the fluctuation. Our next purchase is going to be at $38 for 60 units, as it was before. But now, because that's our new latest purchase price, all of the remaining units are now worth $38. They were worth 32 week previous. Now they're worth 38. So you have 192 units, and you're going to multiply that through. Now it's worth 7,296 versus 66. So we went from having a lesser amount of inventory over these, but as soon as we purchased something that had a higher latest purchase price, our value inventory, our valuation or inventory went up as well. And then we're going to sell 120 of them at that $38 price point, which leaves us with 72 at $38, and whatever that will be is 2,736. So that's the 3 ways to do inventory valuation. You can see that we have 3 different types of numbers. Some are bigger, some are smaller. It doesn't matter what you have chosen to do. What it does matter is that you do the same method every single week or every single month, however often you count your inventory. Okay, don't change up as the time goes on. So latest purchase price is used by 95% of restaurants, probably more than that. That is the most cost efficient and time efficient way to do so. And that's what you'll probably be doing when you get out in the industry and start really working. So that was a quick explanation of this. I will post this obviously while you're reading it, or you're watching it, so you know where I posted it. I hope you guys have a great week. I'll see you next week.